This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
You know what? Time has really gone past, hasn't it? It really has flew. 3 years ago today, Anthony Joshua defended his IBF World Heavyweight title in only his 19th professional fight against an all-time great in Wladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium full of 90,000 people. And of course, it also had the vacant WBA and IBO World Heavyweight titles on the line also. This fight had everything in it. It was one hell of a build-up. A lot of people were saying that Anthony Joshua, this is way too soon for him in only 19 professional fights. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. Of course, Klitschko, he was playing his mind games all the way up there with his obsessed kind of talks and the prediction on the memory stick that he had, if you guys remember that one. Anyway, the fight was fantastic, was it not? Didn't have pretty much everything that you could possibly want in it, didn't it? Where Anthony Joshua, he hit or knocked down Wladimir Klitschko for the first time in over 10 years. That Klitschko had actually hit the canvas in over 10 years, and that was in round number 3. Round number 5, Klitschko done what he usually does, bounced on his toes and throw straight right down the pipe. Joshua should have prepared for that one, but clearly had a momentary lapse due to him being tired and got hit right on the temple. He went down for the first time in his professional career, and that was in round number 5. Of course, Joshua, he's hanging on for quite a few rounds after then. He's absolutely knackered, and Klitschko seemed like a little bit dubious about engaging Joshua in case maybe Joshua was playing coy or possum and jumped all over him. But ultimately, round number 11 is where everything fell apart for Wladimir Klitschko, and Anthony Joshua wrote his name in the history books, where he knocked Wladimir Klitschko down to the canvas twice and then finished him up on the ropes in round number 11. So that was 3 years ago today. As I said, time has really flown. Now, Wladimir Klitschko, he has put out a tweet, and this is what he had to say. 3 years ago today, I let Anthony Joshua win. Felt sorry for the little guy. Joke. Great champion, classic fight. We both grew tremendously since that match. Thanks, fans, for supporting both of us. #obsessed. So there you have it. Now, of course, Sky Sports and even BT Sport are celebrating this particular fight. And it's one of these kind of fights that you could probably put down as one of the great fights of heavyweight history. I don't know about the greatest fight, but it's certainly up there. It's definitely worthy of a mention, that's for sure, because as I said, it had literally everything in it. And of course, that happened to be the final fight for Wladimir Klitschko. And that's pretty much the fight that put Anthony Joshua into the stratosphere. Of course, his fight with Dillian Whyte was like his first pay-per-view, which definitely boosted him. And then him becoming world champion after the 17th fight against Charles Martin, that elevated him a bit more. But it was the Wladimir Klitschko fight that put him beyond the stars. It really did. And he's had some great wins since. Of course, he's taken a loss and avenged it too. But that was a great fight. 3 years ago today, Wembley Stadium, 90,000 people. But yet you don't really hear Joshua talking about Wembley, 90,000 people. But yet you do Carl Froch with the 80,000. Is what it is. Anyway, 3 years ago today, that was then. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.